Well, that was pretty fucking interesting, wasn't it? It's only taken 16 games to finally win a fucking game back to back. Jesus Christ. Final whistle has gone. The True Mackem's here for the review, guys. And Sunderland, as much as I can't believe I'm saying this, Sunderland have beaten Stoke City by 2-0. And, you know, one thing you can probably say for sure, there's probably going to be a lot of people turn around saying, well, that was a false win. Shouldn't have won that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Stats don't go in your favour there, do they? No. Because I've seen it already, guys. I've seen it already. Oh, shock, yeah, you can win when you play 10 men. What was Crystal Palace about on Monday then? Idiots. But, yeah. It was still disappointing in a way because, you know, Stoke didn't really seem to turn up to the game. It was quite shit, to be honest with you. You know, not really turning up, and they had a fair share of the ball. You know, I think the first 20 minutes it was like 50-50 for possession. But you know, when they had the ball, they were going forward. They couldn't really do anything with it as such. First real meaningful attempt, beautiful passing between Sunderland players. Finds Jermaine Defoe, unleashes a shot, and it goes just wide. I mean, just wide. And then, of course, Sunderland had their own warning signs as well. You know, Stoke lofted the ball in to Jonathan Walters, who somehow doesn't manage to score. Pantilimon from pretty much point blank range makes the fucking hell, the save of the season so far, that's for sure. Jesus Christ, how he kept that, I do not know. But you just thought, when you saw it, you just thought, you know, if they're not, you know, if they're not going to be able to score from those sorts of positions, maybe this could be our fucking day. And then I believe it was, as far as I'm aware, Shawcross. What more had to come on because Defoe went off injured. Shawcross with the worst attempt to hack someone down I've ever seen. Ever. It was terrible. Watmore stayed in his feet, credit to him. He wanted to keep going, which is a good thing, you know. Because how many times do we see too many strikers just going in, diving? You know, get on with the fucking game. So yeah, nothing really came of that move, and it wasn't really too many clear-cut chances. But then obviously half-time came. You know, half-time came around. Shawcross eventually did get booked. And why do I keep mentioning his name? Well, because it took the twat 2 minutes into the second half to get sent off. Personally, it was a bit of a harsh decision. You know, when it's one of those ones where you look at it, you can understand maybe why the referee's given the second yellow card. You know, fair enough, yes, red card, off you go. But at the same point, it does look like not only Watmore gets some of the ball, but it looks like Shawcross gets a lot more of the ball. So, to be fair, maybe harsh, but then you've got to look at the aftermath as well, you know. It's all very well if a player gets the ball first, but it depends on the amount of force they use as well. People don't really seem to realise these rules. You know, so for me it was a bit harsh. It was a shame to see, but, you know, Stoke, they still defended pretty well, even down to 10 men. And it took a well-worked set piece to actually, you know, open up the scoring by Sunderland. To be honest, not scoring by anyone because both sides weren't the best, you know. But yeah, Sunderland win the free kick. Adam Johnson takes it. He takes it short to Van Aanholt, of all players. You know, if you could name any player on the pitch in a Sunderland shirt, the one that you would not want to pass a free kick to would be Van Aanholt. And so Johnson plays it short. Van Aanholt, you know, you've got this Stoke players, they're starting to fucking swarm towards him. It's like he's taking his fucking time. He thinks he's in the fucking Matrix, honestly. And then, bam, pulls the trigger right into the bottom fucking corner. I've gone fucking wild, because I can't believe not only has he fucking scored, but it was actually a clear training ground, a set piece that they've done. They've put it together, and to not have anyone keep him there completely unmarked. I think there's about 2 or 3 Sunderland players outside the box that weren't really being picked up on. It was awful defended by Stoke, fantastic goal, and that was pretty much it. You could tell Stoke were they were looking to sort of try and shut up shop. They didn't, they did try get the ball up there, of course, but it was one of those things, being down to 10 men. We're actually seeing it a lot lately where normally you see a side with 10 men, they still look like they're in it. But we're seeing a lot lately where the team that has 10 men are losing, which should really be normal by logic. But so then the next thing Billy Jones lofts the ball up to Duncan Watmore. He's running, he's latched onto it. Watmore just beautifully slams it home. It was fantastic to see, and wheels away with the celebration. And you're thinking, if Defoe's injured, where the goal's going to come from? There's your fucking answer there, Duncan Watmore. If he's scoring goals like that against Jake Butland, whatever his fucking name is, it's unbelievable. Because then look at it, a couple of weeks ago, Butland, he was a pain in the fucking arse for Newcastle. Newcastle should have been high and fucking dry when they played Stoke. But, speaking of which, 5-1. Sorry, I had to get it in, And the best thing of all, Sunderland now out of the relegation zone. Newcastle, not only do they slip into the relegation zone, they actually go fucking below Bournemouth into 19th place. And you know what, it makes this kind of alcohol here just taste that a little bit better, So, for those of you, any Geordies that want to start, then you just tell them. I'm sorry, where are you in the table? Where are we? There we go. Right, so moving on, man of the match. Well, my man of the match has to be Patrick Van Aanholt. Barely put a foot wrong. He was just running like the clappers, as they say down in London. Literally, back and forth, back and forth. The work rate he put in was phenomenal, and I've got to give him credit for that, and he gets a lot of credit. Scored a really, really fine goal as well, and man of the match any day, it has to be. If Duncan Watmore would have started with his energy, I'd have probably said Duncan Watmore. It was close, don't get me wrong, but for me, Patrick Van Aanholt, man of the match. Bellend of the match, well, it's got to be Shawcross, hasn't it? It just has to be. Considering he should have been sent off by the end of the first half. I guess justice did prevail, but to be fair, they should really appeal against that. But when you go in for sort of challenges like that, you're going to know. You're on a yellow card. You're practically the last man anyway. Really, there's no need to overcommit yourself. Try run the man off the ball, not try run into the man and get the ball at the same time. Made no sense. Moment of the match, Duncan Watmore, just running ragged. Dead balls, no, fuck that, I'll keep them alive. Unbelievable, there was no one set moment, it was just Duncan Watmore was the moment, So, well, that's it for the review, guys. Oh, blimey. Arsenal next. It doesn't get any fucking tougher, does it?